Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I do a little bit of everything as a child. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm going to give you a countdown from 5 to 0 to hit that subscription button, hit that bell, give it a like and share. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you.
In you and in your seed, all the families on earth shall be blessed. Genesis 28:14.
With another beautiful story. The title is Isaac the Test, Genesis 21:22. Listen as I read. When God had called Abraham to leave Ur, he promised to make him the father of a great nation. He promised Abraham a son and so many descendants. They would be as hard to count the stars in the sky. Through the young years of waiting night after night, Abraham looked up at the stars and remembered God's promise. At last, when Abraham and Sarah were both old and almost given up hope, Isaac was born. When Sarah looked at her baby son, she was so happy that she laughed for joy. The years passed and Isaac grew tall and strong. Then God decided to test Abraham. Abraham, he said, I want you to take Isaac, your only son whom you love so much, to the land of Moriah and offer him to me as a sacrifice. Abraham could hardly believe these cruel words. Could God really want him to kill his son after all God's promise? But Abraham had learned always to trust and obey him. So earlier next morning they set off. Isaac carried the wood and Abraham had a knife and hot cinders to start the fire. They traveled for 3 days. Abraham could not bear to think of what he had to do when the journey was over, but he said nothing about it to Isaac. They were nearly at the place when Isaac said, Father, we have the wood and fire to offer God a sacrifice, but where is the lamb? Abraham swallowed hardly. Then he said, God will provide the lamb. But when they reached the place and the ark was built and the wood piled on top, Abraham tied Isaac's hands and laid him on top. He raised the knife to kill his son. But just at that moment, God called out to him, Abraham, stop! Don't touch the boy. I know now how much you trust me. I know you will obey whatever I ask. Look in the bushes. You will find a ram cut by its horns. Sacrifice that. So Abraham freed his trembling son. Thankfully, joyfully they killed the ram and roasted it on the altar. And God replied, all his wonderful promises of blessing, because when Abraham was put to the test, he obeyed him. Thanks for listening. That's the end of my story. I want you to know that God always puts us on tests. Sometimes we might be going through difficulties, but don't be discouraged. God is with you. Always remember there's a God you can trust. He can save you and He can rescue you. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye and peace out.